One of the girls graduated in 2020 from the law school at Makerere University, and she's now an advocate of the High Court. Education is perhaps the most important asset one can ever have. Hello, my name is Brian Mutebi. I'm the founder and executive director of the charity Education and Development Opportunity Uganda and the architect of the Brian Mutebi Dream Scholarship Fund that provides scholarships to young people, they who have no access to education in Uganda. I'm passionate about access to education because I know what that means. I lost my mother when I was 10, and that meant that I started living with my grandmother in rural Uganda at such a tender age. She was a peasant housewife with no income, and she struggled to take me through school. She did actually her best. But when I reached Form 2, she could barely afford my education, and I nearly dropped out of school. I remember going back to the head of the school and told him that I wasn't going to come back to study again. And he wondered why, because I was a bright boy. And I told him that there was no school fees at home, there was no money at home. And he had mercy on me and gave me a bursary. So it was because of that that I managed to go through school. And when I went to high school, the school where I went to, if you are the first, second, or third in class, you don't pay school fees the following term. And I was always the first, second, and I never paid school fees throughout. It was at university that I realized that not many young people had had an opportunity to be in school like me. They had not met, I call them good Samaritans. And for me, I decided to be the good Samaritans to those who are going through a situation like I went through. I realized that someone had held my hand and I needed to hold somebody's hand. So that's how I started the charity Education and Development Opportunity Uganda, and we established the Brian Mutebi Dream Scholarship Fund. And through this initiative, we are giving scholarships to young people who are struggling, they who otherwise have an opportunity to be in school. We are giving them scholarships in secondary schools and at university. And we have so far given 78 scholarships to they who need them the most. Education transforms lives. We've given 78 scholarships, but there are more people who need these scholarships. And we cannot do this work single-handedly. So we need the support of everyone. You too can contribute to this transforming life experience by donating, because education cannot wait. We need your support. You need to do this because education can't wait.